I'm Donovan Giudici. I'm a freshman right now, and my major is business.
My name is Carson Johnson. I'm a freshman, and my major is mechanical engineering.
My name is Danny Kim. I'm a hotel management major, and I'm a senior.
I got in really late, like 2 in the morning, so it was a little scary. I had Jimmy pick me up, and he dropped me off at the hostel I was going to be staying in, and it was interesting.
I had one of the people that worked in the administration of the school pick me up at the airport, which was really nice. Have somebody to kind of bring you to your accommodations, and it was kind of like a culture shock when you get out of the car and you have all like the street vendors and the food all served right on the street. I mean, it was interesting. Let me just say that.
I got here past midnight, so everything was dead. And at first I was freaking out a little bit because it was new city, new people, but I got adjusted real quick.
Well, I was planning on looking for a place to stay when I first got here, but because we were only going to be here for a few months, it wasn't super easy to do because not many people want short-term leases. So I ended up just staying in a hostel with one of my friends here that actually I came with.
We actually planned to go with 3 people, and we were all going to rent a house, but at the last minute, our friend actually backed out, so we ended up staying at a hostel because it was about the cheapest, and we wanted to travel around so we wouldn't have to pay rent while we were out of town.
There was the UNLV packet which had some information about the housing, so I just picked one that was closest to school and went with it.
Really nice. It's a super close community. There's not very many, it's not super big, so everybody gets to know each other, and you do a lot of group projects, and it's kind of like a family feel here. It's really nice.
UNLV Singapore is a very unique college experience. I mean, it's a very small campus with minimal students, so it kind of feels more like a family. Everybody kind of feels closer together. I mean, there's not like 10,000 people that all go to one college. It's like 600, and everybody gets to know each other. We do a lot of group projects, so I mean, you really get involved with the students.
A lot of group projects, the classrooms are smaller, so you're engaged more. It's not a big lecture room where you're dozing off. So you're always engaged, always working with fellow classmates.
I only had one weekend job, and it was pretty easy. The pay was nice, and it was fun because I actually got to work a convention.
I only had one job personally while I was in Singapore for a weekend. It was working at a furniture convention. It was actually a very interesting job. I mean,
I was a bellman for Intercontinental Hotel. Got to network with different people from Malaysia, Singaporeans, so learning about their experience and then how they get to work every morning and every day, it was a humbling experience. So my main responsibility was to greet the guests and take their luggages and bring it up to their rooms.
I traveled quite a bit. We traveled up to Phuket, Thailand, and then we traveled to Bali in Indonesia, and then up to Malaysia for some day trips to Johor Bahru and up to Kuala Lumpur and Indonesia in Batam. Now, we were actually planning on taking the rest of the summertime, or summer break here, and we're going to travel a month through Thailand and then into Bangkok, up to Cambodia, and maybe up to Laos. So, gonna take a month and explore Asia.
we actually did a lot of traveling when I stayed in Singapore. It's probably some of the best times I had. We went up to Phuket and spent about a week there and traveled to Koh Phi Phi, which is an island near Phuket. It's a really nice place to go. If you come down here, you should really check it out. We also did traveling into Malaysia, did a couple day trips into Johor Bahru. Yeah. And we also did some traveling down to Indonesia. We took a ferry down to Indonesia, down to Batam. That was a really fun trip. I mean, we're so centrally located in Singapore, it makes traveling cheap, and it's some of the greatest sites in the world are really, really close around Singapore.
Yeah, I went to Batam, Indonesia, and then I also went to Johor Bahru in Malaysia, and I'll also be heading to Thailand soon. When I went to Batam, I wakeboarded for the first time. I couldn't get up, but it was still a fun experience. It was fun putting myself in an uncomfortable situation and just trying something new.
Be getting American food when you're craving it. There's not much American, like, a good steak or meat.
I expected that some of the challenges would be like a language barrier, but it's really surprising that a lot of people speak English. I mean, sometimes it's hard to understand people, but I mean, you can communicate with almost anybody around this part of the world. I mean, a lot of people know English. I mean, it's some of the main challenges would just be, I mean, you don't really find American culture in Singapore. If you want your American food, it's hard to find. I mean, you just kind of miss American lifestyle.
I think one of the most difficult part of this whole trip was finding housing. Kind of doing it myself and knowing which price was a good price to live at, which area. You learn to grow up a little bit in that sense and finding your own housing. A good time.
It's definitely a really good experience, and it's super easy to, come here and have all your credits transfer, and I definitely recommend it to other students, especially in the hotel college, because they can get a lot of their relevant classes here.
I would highly recommend studying here at Other Rebels. It's a great campus, it's a great school, and it's just the culture and being able to travel to a new country within hours is it's just awesome. It's a really cool experience. Southeast Asia has some of the best sightseeing and some of the best traveling, I've ever been.
Yeah, I was actually the type that always said I was going to study abroad, and I never did it. And once I did it, it was a really good experience. No matter where you go, everyone should study abroad once in their school year, and Singapore is the best place.
Pack light, leave all your jeans and sweatshirts at home, and travel often and every chance you get, because you're close to everything, and there's just so much you can see here.
I would recommend that students find nice accommodations. Find something close to school. Accommodations close to school always help. For us, we didn't have to travel. A lot of students have to travel like an hour to get to school, but we lived right next to campus, so it was only we could walk to campus. It was really nice.
Say getting in touch with Jimmy and the staff at UNLV, because they've been here, they know the city, they know the process, so you don't ever have to freak out going to a new country. Just keep in contact with them and they'll take you through each step.